good evening to you all, and a warm welcome to all of the new people that are here. I am Nekeisha Wise, and guys, today I'm going to talk about toxic workplace environments. If anybody can talk about toxic workplaces, it is me. I have been the target, seem like, at every job I have been at, and it's not a coincidence. Okay, I know why, but I'm not giving this video to get people to quit their jobs or nothing, but I can give you all pointers of what to do if you are in a toxic workplace environment. So somebody in the comment section says something that sparked some of the stuff that I was meaning to talk about anyway. And don't quote me on this. I don't think this was exactly what this person said, but they was basically saying that workplace environments are about like jail. And if anybody can talk about that, it's me, because I've been to jail and I've been in these toxic workplace environments. No matter how professional that these places seem to be, I have had the experiences through every job pretty much that I've ever been to, maybe except one. The reason why I say that workplace and jail is definitely similar, and I agree with that, is because when I was in jail, I had a girl in there that was writing me letters talking about getting to know me and all of that. Until I this is how I stopped her, is by telling her that I had 3 children. And this is how I stop a lot of dudes from talking to me too. The wrong dudes. I definitely say, yes, I have 3 children. I be trying to run them off, you know. The right one most times won't do that, but you have to be careful with that too. And also, I've actually had one girl in jail that kind of tried to get in a confrontation with me, but I stopped that too, because I stayed calm. So me and her never had any spats after that, because I let her know I wasn't finna deal with all of that. We both in here. So I wasn't finna be getting angry and upset. I was already upset enough. So to be in there fighting was the last thing on my mind. So yeah, when I was in one of my last jobs, I actually had a girl that had a real bad attitude with me. I didn't know her. I was new in that area. All I did was speak. And all of a sudden one day I spoke to this girl and she did not speak back. And I was like, okay, here we go. After she did that and clearly had an attitude, I stopped speaking to her altogether, because I don't do that. If you show me and you don't speak and all this, I don't keep trying to speak to you. So after that, I went on by my business, did my work. And later on, one of the other girls told me that this girl was saying that she wanted to fight me. And then the other girls agreed. They was like, she did say that. And I'm like, well, she gonna get beat up because she picking the wrong one. I just look like this. So I hope that she ain't got that on her mind. And then later on, I found out too, that the girl liked me. They was like, she like you. And I guess me not speaking made her mad. I don't know, but I said, she's still barking up the wrong tree, because I don't do that. I ain't never been like that. And then not too long after this girl professed that she wanted to fight me, she came to work with a big knot sitting on top of her head. And that's what, before I, totally stopped speaking, I asked her, I said, dang, what happened to you? But I didn't know that she had said that yet. And so I looked like to me, she picked the wrong one to try to fight, and they gave her what she wanted. And this wasn't no bad looking girl. She was actually really pretty, but she had a really terrible attitude or whatever. So that just sparked the idea in my head of some stuff that I've been through on a job. And, of course, nobody did nothing. I didn't even tell anybody about it or anything like that, because she hadn't did anything to me. But what if she did, So I went through that through the workplace. I've also had been picked on in the work environment. I've had people try to fight me on a job before then, and I had to leave the place, and it was all for nothing. It was weird. And then a lot of these places want you to do so much work for that little bit of pay. Now, if you're paying me $9.50 an hour, you should be getting $9.50 worth of labor. I don't want to work for nobody that don't value their employees too, because you got people that is running businesses and treat their employees like crap. And it's like, if somebody worked for me, I would want my employees to love working for me. I want them to be comfortable. I don't want to tolerate any type of bullying in the workplace. It's not right and it's not logical to want to wear your employees out and then have them come back the next day and do all of that over again and put more work on them for nothing. Me, I would want to create a system, some type of system, because I've only worked for one place that did not tolerate, they had zero tolerance policies for bullying within the workplace, because a lot of these people do run off a lot of their good employees. And that's how a lot of these businesses are losing, by wearing them down and then having them to come back the next day. Sometimes you work the night shift, then got to be back up that morning. And then what if you drive a long way? You know, you're going to be tired and burnt out at the end of the day. And then if you're late, then if you late one time, a lot of these places will hold that over you. And you'll get written up for being late one time, especially if you've been there for a while, you've been consistent. Let's say you've been there for a year and you're late one time. It's like it's like they just hold that over your head, and you probably even get written up when these people done already worn you down. But the thing is, whenever you are working at a lot of these places, a lot of times you don't even have time to do the stuff that you are really meant to do. You don't have time. By the time you get home, you just want to take a bath and probably eat and go to bed. And it's a system that's set up like this, y'all. It's not created to help you, really. A lot of times it's not. Because if that was the case, then a lot of this stuff would be taught in school. As far as running your own business and being independent and not having to work for nobody, but the system teaches people to work for other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's the treatment, though, within the workplace environment. And a lot of times the manager be in on it, you know. A lot of times it'd be the upper people be in on it. And you can report some people and they won't even do nothing about it. And I've seen somebody do something about it maybe once or twice. And I've worked at a few places, y'all. So I do know a lot about that. When a lot of these jobs start taking away the things that make you human, then it may be time to look elsewhere. Because I know jobs do this to employees, not employees, but employers will do this too. It's like they'll make up certain rules as they go. And the things that make you human, they don't want you to be that while you're there. They want you to be a robot. And I've seen this with my own eyes. And if I don't feel like myself at a place, I don't want to be there. I just don't. Because then you gotta get in a different mode when you get there, and it's way out of the place that you're really supposed to be within yourself. Y'all know what I mean? It's just like a person when they sell drugs. You have to jump into another mode to do some stuff like that. Like, you can't be you while you're out here doing that. A lot of God's chosen people not even meant to be in a workplace environment. God said your gifts will make room for you, and your gifts can bring you prosperity and abundance. A lot of y'all are really good at some stuff, but you haven't started doing the things that you're really good at and putting it out there. And that's what you have to do in order to break free from the system like that. And you have to do what you can. I mean, I didn't say quit your job, but if it calls for it, you may need to look elsewhere. Some places ain't as strict, I guess you could say, but you got so many that are, and they'll find anything to complain about. You know, anything you do is a complaint. And that's the places I don't want to work for. And the ones that also don't accept certain stuff as far as things that happened in your past a long time ago, I don't even want to work for them people, because you don't even have a heart to even, or understanding about people. Stuff happens to people. So I don't want to work for that type of company neither. And it's certain stuff that these people plan behind the scenes, and it's to get you out of your element. It's to get you out of who you really supposed to be. But if you break out of that by utilizing your own gifts, then that will make more room for you, and you'll be more happier, and it won't feel like work. Yes, a lot of things take time, but if you start today then that will eliminate the time that would have been lost or whatever. If you go ahead and do what you're supposed to do now, the starting part is usually the hardest part. Don't worry about what if this, what if that. If you listen to God and you hear his voice and you know what he's telling you to do, then you can best believe that you're going the right way. It's no other way but God's way, okay? So that's where your faith had to come in, because a lot of these places are meant to run you down. I was reading some comments a while back, where people was talking about how much their feet is hurting them. A lot of people's feet is getting worn out because a lot of places won't even give you a break. And if they do give you one, it ain't but a few minutes. And then you got to be up doing all that stuff all over again, and your feet are on fire, literally. They say that mental work is the most taxing. And which is true, because I have to use my mind in a variety of areas in my life. But I think I would much rather do that than wear my body down, because the mind can be repaired and all of that. Some stuff it gets to the point where it can't be repaired, as far as physical labor. But you can eat brain foods and things like that, and eat healthy foods to help with that. But in most cases, y'all, these people are slaves in the work environment. But you guys, I hope that this video helped you all. I hope you guys can see and use your gifts, okay? You utilize your gifts. What are you good at? If you're good at writing, do that, you know? Make sure you try to take time out to do that. You have to sometimes make yourself do it. You can't listen to your flesh. Your flesh, I told y'all, don't want to do nothing. So yeah, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later, and I love y'all. Bye.